Hi guys, Patrick Kanyet here from noipgeeks.com. At itong Realme X50 Pro 5G is one of the few flagship offerings of Realme in the market. And despite being a newbie, kahit 2 years old pa lang sila, they really did a great job on this device. Yun nga lang, sobrang na-delay yung dating ng device na to dito sa Pilipinas. If you remember, initially nilabas to sa abroad last February 2020. Pero siguro dahil sa pandemic, na-delay siya by 10 months at dumating sa Pilipinas ng December na. Around that time, and especially ngayon, marami na tayong nakikitang smartphones that are powered by the latest Snapdragon 888 tsaka yung 870. So the question is, dapat bang skip nyo na lang itong device na to and go with smartphones na merong bagong processors? Or mas mabuti bang kunin nyo na lang to since technically, mas cheaper na siya? So that's what we'll find out here in our full review. Check lang natin itong unboxing experience itong Realme X50 Pro. So as you can see, meron siyang 65 watts super dart charger, which is similar to what the Realme 7 Pro has. Meron din siyang matching na USB Type-C cable with yellow color on the port, plus a free smoked clear case that matches the device's design. Of course, meron din tayong SIM ejector tool and the warranty card and important information booklet. Yun nga lang, for a flagship device, we wish Realme included a free set of headphones. Instead, you need to get them separately. Kung gusto nyo talaga ng headphones, you can check the new Realme Buds Pro or any other products from Realme or from any other brands. Now first, let's talk about the design. Itong Realme X50 Pro 5G ticks all the right boxes in terms of design. Meron siyang aluminum chassis, Gorilla Glass 5 in front and back, uniform bezels that was made possible by the AMOLED panel, and the pill-shaped notch. The back panel has this frosted matte-like finish, pero yung paint job niya behind it is really shiny and reflective to light. Itong unit na meron tayo is the rust red color option at available din siya sa moss green. Pag tinignan mo siya, yung design hindi ganun kabago. Kasi kung makikita nyo, medyo familiar siya dun sa Realme X3 Super Zoom, which we also have a full review linked down in the description below. Pero ganun pa man, sobrang linis at straightforward at sobrang solid ng design niya. So, wala nang kaso sa amin yun. Sa harap, meron tayong 6.44-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display, and it has all of the bells and whistles that you'd expect on a flagship phone. Meron siyang 90Hz refresh rate, 180Hz touch sampling, HDR10+, and wide-vine L1 support. Nakita na tayo ng mga smartphones before na may 90Hz screen, especially yung Realme 7 Pro. Yun nga lang, iba pa rin talaga yung experience pag yung high refresh rate screen ay may kasamang flagship at powerful na processor, katulad nitong device na to. Together with its AMOLED display, everything is fast and colorful and contrasty on this device. Meron din tayong stereo speakers that offers clean sound, audible bass, decent volume, and acceptable stereo separation. Meron din siyang Dolby Atmos technology. Yun nga lang, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, wala siyang libreng headphone jack sa box. And what's worse is, wala rin siyang kasamang USB Type-C to headphone jack na converter. So your best solution is, bibili ka ng separate na adapter or gagamit ka ng wireless headphones. And during our time with it, pinare namin siya sa Realme Buds Pro. And we'll have a full separate review of that device, so stay tuned for that. Pero spoiler alert, sobrang ganda ng sound niya. And plus, meron siyang ANC. Going back to the display, yung speed ng display niya is primarily came from the Snapdragon 865. Now, this is not the A65 Plus model at hindi rin siya yung latest 888 or yung 870. Pero if you don't care much about the numbers, especially for the price, you'll be satisfied. Together with its enormous 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM and Adreno 650 GPU, halos lahat ng task na gusto mong gawin can be done fast and quick dito sa device na to with no noticeable lags or anything. Solid din yung gaming sa smartphone na to. So nilaro namin yung mga popular titles like Call of Duty Mobile and League of Legends Wild Rift at lahat naman sila was playable at max settings with very smooth frame rates. Bottom line is, although medyo dated na siya, yung Snapdragon 865 is still a flagship processor which offers top caliber performance and can still last you for a year or two or even 3 or 4 depende kung gaano ka kaingat gumamit. Para mas magandang user experience, itong Realme X50 Pro 5G runs on the latest Android 11 based Realme UI 2.0, which is much cleaner and straightforward than the 1.0 version. On the downside, wala siyang micro SD card slot, so stuck ka lang dun sa kanyang 256GB UFS 3.0 storage, which is for most people is enough to store all their apps and pictures. Pero kung sobrang mahilig ka mag-hoard ng mga apps and media and other stuff, then baka mabitin ka. Of course, another big feature of the Realme X50 Pro 5G is its 65 watts fast charger. Sabi ni Realme, it can provide a 0 to 100 charge in just 35 minutes. And during our test, yung oras na kuha namin is close naman dun sa mga numbers na binigay ni Realme. Isang beses pa nga, tinry ko siyang i-plug in with 3% charge, tapos nag-break lang ako saglit ng mga 5 to 10 minutes. Tapos pagbalik ko, may 25% charge na. So, sobrang okay itong charger na to. Pero siguro kaya rin siya mabilis mag-charge is because of its not so large battery capacity. As you know, most flagship smartphones today have at least 5,000 mAh of battery. Pero itong Realme X50 Pro 5G, meron na siyang 4,200. As usual, niran namin yung PC Mark battery test where it loops synthetic workloads until yung 100% magbagsak sa 20%. And niran namin to with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off and the screen brightness and volume set to 50%. And after that test, itong X50 Pro 5G nakakuha siya ng score ng 15 hours and 8 minutes of screen on time. Now, in real world use, kung typical user ka lang or light to moderate user ka lang, makuha mo pa rin yung whole day battery life. Katulad na lang nung makuha mo sa mga ibang smartphones. Yun nga lang, those numbers can be drastically shortened pag lagi ka nagbabrowse over 5G. Speaking of which, pag-usapan naman natin yung isa sa pinaka-main feature ng smartphone na to, which is yung 5G. Now, katulad na lang sinasabi namin sa aming previous smartphone reviews, yung 5G, at least for now, hindi pa siya ganun ka-big deal unless nabibilang kayo dun sa mga piling lugar na meron ng 5G connectivity. Or if you're planning on using this smartphone for 2 to 3 or 4 years. Kasi since may 5G na siya, so future-proof na siya. And by that time, mas widely available na yung 5G across the Philippines. Lastly, we have the cameras. Now, if you haven't noticed, itong Realme X50 Pro 5G kinda belongs in the cheap flagship category. So, wala tayong mga OIS or periscope camera. Although, syempre, we would be lying kung sabihin namin hindi namin na-miss yung mga feature na yun sa smartphone na to. Instead, meron tayong 64 megapixel ISOCELL GW1 sensor with quad Bayer filter. Meron din tayong 8 megapixel ultra-wide which doubles as a macro camera and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens that can do 2 times of optical zoom, which is actually meant for taking portraits. They may not be the best cameras around, but they offer overall great images. Yung colors niya are fairly accurate, contrast is deep, and the dynamic range is impressive. As per usual, may mga software tricks siyang ginagawa that makes the details a little less appealing. Nga lang, hindi naman siya sobrang noticeable unless tinignan mo ng malapitan. Kung gusto mo ng mas vibrant at Instagram-ready na image, nandito pa rin yung Chroma Boost feature ng Realme, which essentially enhances the colors to make it look more vibrant and appealing. Okay rin naman yung low-light images niya, which can be further improved kung gagamitan mo ng night mode feature. Sa harap naman, meron tayong dual selfie cameras. The 32 megapixel main shooter have decent colors, contrast, and dynamic range, but yun nga lang, the details are not the best, which is ironic for a pixel-packed sensor. Lastly, meron tayong 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera sa harap. Nakakatulong siya para gumana ng mas okay yung portrait mode feature. And syempre, since ultra-wide siya, it lets you take group shots or a selfie with a view on the background nang hindi na gumagamit ng monopod. So, does owning the Realme X50 Pro 5G still make sense in 2021? Well, for us, considering yung specs niya and the price, well, yes. Despite the existence of the newer processors, itong Snapdragon 865 na nandito sa Realme X50 Pro 5G, is still really fast and reliable, and we doubt that you'd notice the difference. Partner that with a smooth screen, ultra-fast charging, capable cameras, clean interface, and a solid build, and you have a powerful workhorse for the years to come. Yun nga lang, despite being technically cheaper than its top competitor, the Mi 10T Pro, you will be tied in on a postpaid plan just to get this device. Pero if you're planning on getting a postpaid plan anyway, especially kung gusto mo talagang ma-take full advantage yung kanyang 5G connectivity, then siguro hindi naman siya malaking problema. Katulad na ibang 5G phones na nirelease sa Philippines, itong Realme X50 Pro 5G is exclusively available on Smart and Globe postpaid plans. Yung exact price niya actually varies depending on the postpaid plan that you're getting. To give you an idea, for example, kukunin mo siya sa Smart Signature Plan M, then that would be 1,899 per month. Ngayon, pag binreakdown mo yun, yung 1,899, yung 1,499 dun, yun yung bayad dun sa actual plan. So that's for the data allocation, calls and texts and whatnot. Tapos yung 400, dun na pupunta yung monthly amortization sa smartphone na to. So 4,000 per month times 24-month lock-in period. So that's 9,600. Plus yung initial cash out price na 6,900 pesos. So technically, you're only paying 6,500 pesos for this smartphone. Pero yun nga lang, since nakatayin ka sa postpaid plan, technically parang gumastos ka pa rin ng mas malaki. Kasi nga, di mo siya makukuha kung wala yung kasamang plan. So, kayo na ba na mag-decide kung ganun nyo ba kagusto itong Realme X50 Pro 5G para kumuha pa kayo ng smart postpaid plan? Or gusto nyo ba yung katulad ng Mi 10T Pro na despite mas mahal ng konti, wala ka nang aalalahanin na monthly payments or monthly plan. So, yeah. Again, this has been Patrick Arnieta from NorthGeeks.com. For more details about the Realme X50 Pro 5G, you can check all of the available links down in the description below. You also want to hit the thumbs up button, share this video if you like it, subscribe if you still have it, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a video, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and yeah. Thank you for watching.